that question, I must say. How did I find it? I think it's very daring, and I think it's also very, you have to have a lot of, you have to be brave, but more so you have to have the leadership qualities and integrity that you can lead a country. You have to have a vision for the country, and in my case, I have a vision for the country. My political statement at the time, I also want to know, my name again is Juliet Makapila, and I was standing as the party which was called Republican Liberty Party. So I was nominated. So if you go in, I wanted Kenyans to vote for me at that particular time. Did I have equal accessibility? My answer to you is right. I want to tell you no, because the politics in Africa, that way, you find a lot of flaws. But let me say as well, I'm glad to say that I championed for civics. Let me say I championed for the human rights of the citizens of Kenya. And you guys remember in Kenya when we were talking about photocopies, colored photocopies. Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember those.
I was actually the one who championed and said it's impossible to do photocopies when you don't have the budget. So, and then they were asking for the items to come in, so the unions, you remember, that we needed to have. So what can I tell you as a person? Are those practical things? And in the end, many of you don't know, the roles were changed, but did Kenyans really get to hear about it? The answer is no.
So from what I'm gathering here is, it's quite difficult for the voice of the woman to be heard in those spaces. Is that correct?
And what I'm saying is we need equal accessibility on top of equal opportunity. So I want to see equal accessibility, not just for women, but also for persons with disability, but also for the youth. We were the only political party that put a youth, and nobody talks about that in Kenya. We were the only political party that actually got a youth. So why are people not talking about that in Kenya? And we do need the youth. So if we are really talking to develop Africa, we need to be talking about these conversations.
So as you can see, there has been ideas from women like Juliet. There has been practical things that have been put in place. However, one key thing that was missing was the visibility. Because she's telling me all these brilliant things that she's done. However, I never knew about it. If there was visibility, people would know about it. I believe Mama Mboga will have
Mama Mboga, and let me tell you as well, can I also say thank you so much to those people, all the women in Kenya. Can I thank the women in Kenya? We kept it a secret. We kept it a secret because, you know, safety as well. Can you imagine someone like myself, when it came to even the youth, I was afraid to even put my youth out. So you won't really be seeing the real equal accessibility for all the presidential candidates, and that is where I'm coming here. That's what I'm telling you here today. So for me, that needs to change, and I'm hoping that the new, IEBC, the IEBC, I'm hoping they will keep making sure that for me, where things really need to change. Let me also maybe give you a briefing on that. We need, from the minute you have been given nomination, you don't need another certificate. Why do you now need another certificate to be approved, so that now the corruption now, who is whatever? We need to remove that. From the minute they decide it is you that you are standing, you need to be protected by the state, so that someone like yourself or myself or any other person that is coming in is able to get that equal chance. You know, I'm fed up of recycled politicians who are not giving us anything in our African countries. I'm tired of that. I think they should be mentoring the people who are coming forward to build our nation. So if you ask me here today, what am I really saying to you? I'm saying to you, we need to be protecting our towns and city. You know, if you look at even policing, let's say policing in Africa, for example, they are scared of, you know, they have to listen to the politicians. And you know, we need good governance. Why is it that when we are in UK, today we're in UK, can politicians start thinking of corrupting the system? The answer is no. But yet when you are in Africa, when they've said and spoken, but someone like me will be pushed down because the one that everybody is used to is the one that they are used to, the one that is being given the voice. All the political media belongs to these people. What we need is the voters need to understand, don't vote or don't make up your mind until you see all the candidates. Yes, because that is very, very important. And that is civics education. But more so, we want, you know, somebody asked me a question the other day. They said, how do I think corruption is going to be solved in Africa? And it was a tough question, I must tell you, Claire, because you can imagine, if you're coming into politics, and that's one learning thing, my experience, for instance, when you go on the ground, everybody is asking, what are money? Now let me ask you a question. The top politicians, my youths, all of them have something to give them on the ground. You who is coming in with great ideas and vision, they wanasema hatutaki mkono bure. Now let me ask you a question. If I was into power, or that politician goes into power, what happens? Instead of them giving the tools to the people, they give them something that they eat for the day. And then that's finished, and that is it. So we are back in the poverty trap that we see every day.
And so it's, I think you
so mental health. Let me come to mental health. How does that link into the welfare of every day? When someone is not in education, when someone doesn't have money on every day, when your health is poor, when there is no water, do you expect that person to have good mental health? Are you seeing how these things revive with each other? So our young people today, visit any African country today, most of them, they can't even afford medication. So what do? They go and drink, because that one will they will tell you, at least my head will cool down. That is what they will tell you. But is it healthy? Are you saying?
Yeah.
Yes, and while I'm on that topic touches me a lot, because I lost a brother that has got masters. So for me, when it comes to issues of mental health, I champion mental health, because I've lost a brother who had masters because of depression. And as a nation, all the political leaders in Africa today, all of them who have not done change, good change, as in good change, I don't care which African country they come from, Claire, they need to, the voters need to say to them, no, we do not want recycled leaders. Enough. Over 60 years after the colonials went from Africa, we are still having no water in some places in Africa. And you still want us to continue saying that, oh, these people are doing well. No.
You've really summarized the position of our women in politics and the challenges that we've got.
Yes.
Us being in diaspora, we